From the Owens Student Media Center and heard on Outcast OCCR, Owens Community College Radio, it's Dennis Hobson and Dion Thompson. Dennis and Dion, your hosts for The Double D Show. The Double D Show. Along with co-host Eben Corin. The Double D Show. The Double D Show.
Hello and welcome to the Double D Show. We're joined today by Zeb Jackson. As always, I'm Eben Corin with Dennis and Dion. Dion, lead the way.
Oh man, I'm Dion Thompson. You guys already know.
And I'm Dennis Hobson.
And today, guys, like Eben said, we're honored to have a guest who is probably one of the best basketball players to come out of Toledo in quite some time. Really special for me because he comes from a school where I actually coached at. And I never thought there'd be a Division I guy come out of that school. And here we have Zeb Jackson. Zeb, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
You should have waited. You should have stayed there. Right. You came of age and you could be coaching right now.
They fired me, so that's why I'm over here talking to you.
They say you get hired to be fired. They say you get hired to be fired. That's how basketball coach. That's how it works.
Zeb, quick question, man. I know you've been busy on the AAU circuit. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, you want to talk a little bit about the offers that you picked up so far?
So this summer has been huge. I picked up a lot of offers recently, really. It kind of started our first tournament. I had the same offer that I had during school season, and then after the first couple tournaments, I picked up Providence, and then it picked up a lot from there.
Yeah, let me say now, your name used to ring around Toledo when you were in the 8th grade, and it's great to see you're going into your junior year. You had a great spring, you had an outstanding summer. How does it feel, man, to be offered and being one of the top players, not only in Toledo, but in the state?
I mean, it feels good, especially knowing that, I'm just starting. I obviously can get a lot better, so it feels good that it's starting up right now, and I know it's only going to get better from here.
So one of the things that I admire, I noticed your dad plays a huge role in your life. He actually played football at Bowling Green. What are some things that he taught you coming up that got you prepared, for this Division I stuff?
Really he taught me basically everything. It's a lot of stuff, really. Just how to handle myself as a person, and always keeping me grounded, and on the basketball side of things, working me out all the time. Good. And just helping me improve in all aspects.
Good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have you gotten to do a whole lot of, have you done anything similar to this as far as media coverage goes?
Not like this, not like a radio show. not like a radio show, but like being on the news is different than this. So.
Yeah.
Man, you know what, it's, now you play at Maumee Valley Country Day. You're the leader of that team. Do you get a lot of flack because of the conference that you play in? But to your defense, you showed this spring and this summer that you're able to compete against high major kids. But do people still give you a lot of flack because you play at a smaller school?
Yes, and I expected that when I chose to go to Maumee Valley. That kind of came with that decision. So, going there and knowing that people are going to hate. Anyways, honestly,
right.
No matter what you do. So, I expected it, and I'm doing something that I want to do because of myself. I'm not doing it for anybody else.
Well, to speak about Maumee Valley, for those of you who don't know, it is probably one of the toughest schools academically in the area. And once again, that's why I applaud your dad, because he saw the vision to get you prepared for college, not only from an athletic standpoint, but from an academic standpoint as well. And I think that's huge. So for those people, because Dennis and I, we obviously with the job that we do, we hear a lot. But one thing I've always heard, this kid could play.
Right.
I've always heard that. And the thing about it, you would start anywhere in the city.
Exactly.
So that's not the issue. And one thing I will say, I had the opportunity to cover one of your games. And one thing that I liked about your game is the confidence. You always showed a lot of confidence. Even when things weren't going so well, you still exuded that. You want to talk a little bit about, where does that come from?
It just comes from my work. I work out a lot, basically every day, and I just trust myself. But I'm still actually working on that confidence because I know I mean, my dad tells me all the time, like, if I really get that confidence in that dog, it'll just take me to a whole nother level. So,
like I said, your dad, what I like about your dad, he's kind of opposite from me. I was a basketball guy. My son ended up playing football.
Yeah,
and he's a football guy. Now he probably likes basketball more. So, but no, your dad's a great guy.
Yeah, you continue to do what you do. Man, you're growing. 6 foot, what, 3?
He might be close to 4. Because I'm still right next to him. Right.
But you know what?
Point guard.
100 schools might be recruiting you. You can only choose one. And you don't have to tell anybody here if you're leaning towards that one particular school. But what is it that you are looking for in a school?
I mean, the most important things to me is the academics. And because basketball, I mean, for me, basketball, if you're good, you're good. Like, my goal is to go to NBA, to win national championships in college. So, I mean, if you're good, that'll happen. But just academics, my relationship with the coaching staff is really important. And then, like you were saying earlier, just life after basketball. So, which is going to take care of me the best after basketball.
That's right.
Which is one thing, too, I know, and Dennis probably would agree with this. An alumni base is huge. So, you know, if I could offer any advice, obviously your dad's probably told you this, but you're right, the relationships you make, the alumni base, because at some point, just going into your junior year, you're already thinking way more mature than I'm sure you or I thought, thinking about life after basketball, and that is huge. So, man, whoever gets you, when people don't know, I know Ohio State, there's so many schools to name you're going to have a great opportunity to do some great things, man.
So going towards the academic side of things, is there anything in school that interests you right now? Because I know when I was your age, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do, like after high school, no clue.
And I don't either. I don't have any clue. I mean, I was thinking about engineering, but what kind of changed my mind about that was I took a visit to Michigan, and Coach Beilein was just telling me how, like, they only have one player that's ever done that, so that would obviously be a challenge.
Yeah.
But if it's something that I would be interested in, then I would try it. But
well, I tell you what, you'd be good at broadcasting because you can tell you're calm here, you're relaxed, you're easy to talk to. So that might be something you want to do.
If he and I can do this, you certainly
No, if I can do this,
you certainly can do it.
He's helped me out a great deal.
No, but Zeb, like I said, and it's okay not to know yet, but I think just like you said, you went to Michigan, and they were honest with you, and that gave you an opportunity to really assess what you want to do, because when you play a college sport, once again, I'm sure your dad will tell you, it is a full-time job. It means you're getting up 5:30 in the morning, 6, you're training, you can only take classes. Back in our day, it was we couldn't take class after 3:30 or something like that. Then you had practice.
Right.
Then you got to eat, and then you might have a class in the evening. So, yeah, it's important, man. So I think you're thinking right on that aspect. What else are you looking for in terms of a school, like from a basketball standpoint?
I mean, really,
style of play.
Yeah, style of play. The way the coaches coach. Who I'm going to be playing with is important.
Yes.
So, like, looking at a school, you want to know who's going there or who's already there.
Have you talked to any other recruits?
I mean, I'm cool with a lot of people that are good around the country.
You got your Facebook group that you
Yeah.
have. I know how that goes.
They have what we didn't have.
Right.
Kind of talk to,
Yeah, so,
some of these guys.
Yep. So a lot of us like keep in touch, and I mean, not many people my age are close to making a decision, so I'm not really sure what they're thinking, but
Yeah.
I do keep in touch with a lot of them.
Yeah, it was cool to see I think it was 3 of the top 5 guys in this most recent class all signed with Duke, and they all came from different places. They just met up through social media. Which
They see each other on the AAU circuit too. Now, how has that worked out for you? How's AAU been this summer? You played against some of the top guys, I'm sure.
Yes, it's worked out really good. Like, we had a team that really gelled together from the beginning, and it led to us winning a lot. And a lot of coaches that I talked to, a lot of college coaches, said that we played basketball the right way. Because, AAU, you would think people don't, like, some people think you don't play defense that much or stuff like that, but really, I mean, the way that we're coached, we play the right way, and a lot of coaches like that.
Yeah, and that's a big stage. And again, it's something that us old heads didn't have back in the day. So you guys should be privileged to have that opportunity to walk in the gym full of college coaches. But you played on a stage to where it can make you or break you. And obviously you showed that you're more than capable of competing at a high level. And again, that's why you're getting so many scholarships offers.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: how are you managing to maintain a level head? This is my first time interviewing you. Like I said, I've covered your games. Dennis, every Friday night, you know, we talk about you. Saying we talk about you every Friday. You made a highlight. How are you managing to stay level headed with all this?
I mean, my family, my mom and my dad really keep me level headed. My granddad.
Okay.
My granddad really, like, just because he comes to a lot of the AAU tournaments and stuff like that, and you know, I might think I played good, but he'll tell me everything. Yeah, everything that I can do better. So
Okay.
just knowing that I'm nowhere near where I could be, and having my family to just help me out and kind of mature me to think the right way.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to take things back over to the high school side. Do you have any goals in mind specifically for this next year?
Winning the state championship for sure.
How about individually? I know you probably don't want to talk too much about yourself.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
not
trying
really.
to get at.
But individually, I would say Mr. Basketball as a goal. Really kind of taking individually, I want to be able to lead and take my team to a level that maybe they haven't been to before. So just bringing their level up and just making them better.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, we'll be back with Zeb Jackson. You can keep listening to us here on OCCR or check us out at the Owens Student Media Center on YouTube to watch us. We'll be back here in a minute. Stay tuned for more of the Double D Show coming up next.
What do today's modern manufacturing jobs look like?
Innovative.
High tech.
And what does it take to land STEM jobs like these? A degree from Owens. Your success starts here. Owens Community College.
Chris Domine is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
You know, your well-being changes, you know, from loss of hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
You recycle, right?
But let's face it, recycling's confusing. We have a solution.
Standardized labels, they help people recycle more, and they help people recycle right. Let's recycle across America, and let's recycle right.
To learn more, visit letsrecycleright.org.
How you define success is really up to you.
For me, it's helping to make the world run.
Huh, that's one way.
Or making a living as an artist.
And that's another.
Hiring someone out of college with the right skill set.
Graduating, and without all that college debt.
You're on a roll.
Living my dreams.
Now that's success. Your success starts here. Owens Community College. Students attend Owens Community College for lots of reasons, but those reasons can be summed up with one word.
Jobs.
That's the one.
Jobs of the future.
Jobs helping people.
A job that I love.
Everyone wants a career that fulfills them. Owens can give you the skills to make that happen.
Through high-tech training.
And faculty with real-world experience.
There are many paths to success, but they all start here. Owens Community College.
Zeb, I'm gonna go back a little bit. you have to be, and I don't know if you look at it this way or you feel a certain way about it, but again, you have to be one of the most highly recruited guys coming out of Toledo. Okay, I can go back to, and again, I don't know about Jim. I know Jim was
Jim's heavily recruited, but he's up there with like the guys that you, Jim, like a lot of the guys.
Yeah, like
but in this era,
Buford, Mark Lovey, and that era. How does it feel, man? I mean, again, and I'm gonna let you answer. You know, again, sometimes people fade. 8th grade, I heard about you, and you're continuing to grow. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels good knowing the success that you and Jim had, and just the people that that I'm being talked about with, kinda. So, I mean, it feels really good knowing what opportunities that I have.
You can't throw me in there, man.
No, he gotta throw you in there. You know, I'm a mid-major guy. He gotta throw you.
You can't throw me in there, man, because you know we didn't have what you have. And actually, I don't even know how we were recruited when we were coming out of school.
With the blue chip camp, that's what I ended up going.
Man, I can't remember. It's been so long.
Well, you were a little bit better than me, so it's all right to admit that.
Yeah, but I think again, you will always go down in conversation when they talk about basketball around Toledo and around the state as well. And we're proud of what you've done and what you're going to do. He's only going into his junior year.
That's crazy. And if you think about playing Division IV, because the only guy, well, there were some guys that came out Division I, from Division IV. Lionel Armstead. It was the guy from Iowa Hills. His name escapes me right now. Playing at Furman. So
Bean.
Yes.
Bean.
So, and then you got the young man Holyfield out of Stritch. So what's so crazy to me is most of the basketball offers now are coming from Division IV, which was unheard of when I was coaching out there. What do you think of that? Because that would be my comeback. Anybody that says, "Oh, you don't play at St. John," well, how many offers they got over here?
Right.
I mean, and that kind of shows that like playing with the right AAU team really helped me. Being around the right people, like Joey, for example. Joey, we played on the same team. We both played
that's
C2K.
crazy. Yeah.
And he's gotten offers. He actually got. It was one day where he got like 2 in one day, and just playing with the right team and being around or being in the right situation, like really helps. A lot of it comes from AAU, not really from school.
Well, no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because if like you said, who's going to a Division IV school to look for a player?
You coached. I mean, probably it's unheard of even when you.
It is unheard of. But you put Maumee Valley Country Day on the map. Okay, and again, I think players today, they have that platform to where they can show, and nobody can discredit what you've done, because they can say, "Oh, you play Division IV," but again, we talked about earlier, you played against, or you're playing against some of the toughest players out there
in the country,
throughout the country.
And you show, and what I like, I'm telling you, and I'm sure what the coach is like, you haven't even filled out yet. You know what I mean? You're pushing 6'4", and I'm sure your dad's probably telling you a little bit about the weight room and things like that. And you have a frame where you can fill out really nice, man. What are you weighing about now?
About like 160 something.
That's about what I graduated at. so you look at us now.
174.
Yeah. So now, man, I think you have that advantage of at least understanding nutrition and things like that. And just kind of looking at your Maumee Valley team, the impact that you've had. When I watched that team, I saw all the players that want to play with you, which is it's a credit to you, because that's saying you're not a selfish guy. Yeah, you can score and things, but you get everybody else involved. That's what I like about your game. You want to talk a little bit about that, or guys that want to play with you?
I mean, that's one of the things a lot of college coaches look for. And with me, I kind of, like, my dad always helped me out with that, and I kind of made it a habit to be more unselfish. And that's one of the things that really helped during AAU too, is with our team, we were all unselfish. And the most important things are really just being for your team helps you out a lot more as an individual. So, and
you're coachable. And I could that's one thing I noticed too. I always, and Dennis will tell you what we do, I always watch guys how they go back to the huddle when things aren't going so well. Are the stars pouting, sitting over there? No, you're right there in the huddle, man, and it's a credit to you.
And it's funny, that's the first thing that people say about him. He's a good kid, he's coachable. And that's probably the most important things for a coach. Okay. I got a question. What type of, and Evan, you talked about it. What type of, you say you really don't know what type of goals you have for yourself, okay? But you being a lead guard, playing probably the toughest position there is to play, okay, you know you're going to have to will your team to a certain level, night in, night out. I mean, is that the type of pressure that it seems like you like to deal with?
Yes. And that's one of the things, like, I know it helped me in the long run. Like, going to a place like Maumee Valley, I feel like it'll have me a lot more prepared for college. So thinking about it right now, I mean, if it's hard right now, it'll get easier later. So that pressure going into college will really help me out, because then I'll be used to it if I do have it in college, or if not, it'll just be a lot easier for me. So, I mean, that's what I want.
You know, it's crazy because some of my former players are now doctors, and it's like, man, they make all this money. I wish I would have knew. Couldn't play basketball, but they were smart. So you have the total package, man. You have an opportunity, and you know, we talked about that networking thing. You're going to meet some people that you've already met years down the road, man, that are going to end up being physicians. Lord, you may be one yourself, but that pack. So I think that's why it was a good decision for you to go to Maumee Valley, you know. So and they seem to be very supportive. The AD is actual coach, right?
Yes.
So how's that working for you?
It works out good. He's been there since I was in 7th grade, so I've been coached by him since I was in 7th grade, because he's been
relationship.
Yeah, he knows you.
He's been the AD and the coach for a long time. So I've been playing with him for a few years now. And
does he ever get on you?
Yes. And that's one of the people I didn't talk about. I mean, Coach Conover really, like, challenges me all the time, and like you said, he holds me accountable. So going back to the huddle, I mean, I'm not any more special than anybody else. I mean, I'm still on the team just like everybody else, and I gotta pay attention, and like I don't get special treatment, I guess.
Good.
Is what I'm saying.
Hey,
So
well, you know what? He should feel special.
Right.
Being able to coach somebody of your caliber.
Yes, Rob, we're saying that.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right.
Very special.
That's right. I want you to take us through a Zeb Jackson workout. What's your daily routine?
Well, I work out with my dad more times than not, and we start off with a lot of stuff that people probably don't think about, like shooting off the backboard from certain spots. So we start off close, shooting off the backboard from the wing, and then shooting at the free throw line, shooting at the other wing off the backboard. And we do a lot of pull-ups, a lot of finishing at the rim. I mean, during AAU, I learned a lot about myself and what I need to work on. So we added a lot of floaters and finishing with the right hand, and really just trying to get myself in a good shape to get ready for the season.
What's the biggest thing you want to improve? Like, what's like the one part of your game that you've been working the most hard on, where you're coming out next year and you're going to be like, all right, this is the one thing that they're not holding me back on?
Consistency.
Consistency?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Just bringing it every game, like not being so inconsistent with my jump shot or my finishing, just always being consistent, because like you said, I have to bring it, I mean, every game to bring the level of my team up. So just consistency.
And you're getting everybody's best too, so you know every game, top of that scouting report, Zeb Jackson.
That's right.
You know that. And that, to me, I know that probably fueled. Yeah, you knew. I'm that guy, and to have that attitude, like your dad said, that's when you get that dog. Yeah, you know who I am. I'll never forget, this is a good story, Dad. I played this guy named Terry Mills.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
yeah.
So we played Romulus. I get the ball. First thing he comes, I said, yeah, you know it's me, the All-American. I tried to dunk on him, no. And he got his respect after that. But that's how he came out. And I was like, I never heard anybody say that to me, you know. But a switch went off, man. Yeah. So it does make you play. So that's good.
Wow, yeah. Well, we're like, yeah, man, we're excited for you and your future. I think everybody is probably in suspense as far as where you want to go to school. Like I said earlier, you know, if 100 schools are recruiting you, you can only go to one. And it sounds like you guys have a great game plan as to what you're looking for in a school. So, you know, shouts out to you, the family. Keep doing what you're doing. And just know, man, you're going into your junior year. You just talked about it. You're going to have to really mentally be prepared, because you're the known.
Yeah.
Like Deion said, you're at the top of the scout report. You're the known. So when I'm playing against the known, my job is to stop the known. If somebody else is can do something, that's fine. But we want to stop the no. So you just make sure that you do what you need to do, and I'm sure you're going to do that, man, to continue with the growth.
Well, that's that prep work. That's like, you know, that's where the weight room is going to come in. That's where working on different aspects of your game. It's very, you know, everybody has weaknesses in their game, but you do a good job, like your dad is probably doing, working on those weaknesses. So, man, how do I stop this guy? My jump shot's not going. Guess what? I'm going to the, man, I saw a video of you dunking now. I said, hold on now, wait a second. I just remember little guy. Like, yeah, so that's nice. I'm looking to call one of those on Friday. I know Dennis is going to steal you for Player of the Week. But I do want to see you come down, dunk on somebody, and, you know,
sure
go and point that. Yeah, look at us on that.
Point to us when that happens. So you're definitely right there doing it.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining us today, Zeb.
Yeah, thank you.
We're happy to have you here. Hopefully we get to have you back soon. Talk about some more things after the season. It was awesome today. As always, you can hear us on OCCR or check us out on YouTube at Owens Student Media Center. And we want to hear from you guys, so hit us up on our social media pages at Twitter. That's at Owens OCCR, and our Facebook page is Owens Student Media Center. We'll see you guys next time.